Hi y'all, I'm Miranda from Living Abundantly, and I just want to spend a few minutes with you and talk about how we can continue to live abundantly during this coronavirus pandemic. I don't want to keep you too long. I know that you have stuff to do, and I just want to go over a few things that we could keep into mind while we're going through this situation. I know that it is an unsure time right now, and we're all worried about the outcome. That's what the main thing is that we don't know what the outcome is going to be. And so it's really just we're in fear of the unknown. And I feel like during this time that we should really focus on trying to keep our heads straight. I was at Walmart the other day. I was actually stocking up on my groceries because I have 4 kids and there's 7 of us all together here. And I was also shopping for my mama. So my buggy was quite packed, and a lot of people would say, you really shouldn't be stocking up on groceries like that, or something like that, or like you don't have anything to be worried about. You should, trust God. And so I understood their point of view because I also feel like we should be trusting God like more than anything right now. We really need to come together in prayer and, focus on God because He takes care of us. And so I was able to use that opportunity to say, I actually have a lot of people to shop for, but I agree with you. We should be all up in God's business right now. And so we were able to talk about God and things like that. But then there were other people who they were, shopping also, and they weren't, I don't know if they were in panic mode or if they were just like me and had a lot of people. But this one woman actually started off by saying something like, oh, I'm not going to buy any margarine, because that's all there was. There was only like 5 tubs of margarine left, and there was no butter, and she wanted real butter. And so it started off, she's like, oh, no butter. I can't have any butter. I'm not even going to buy any margarine. And she said, that stuff will kill you. And so I want to die, when I'm 90 years old, and I don't want to die in 2 weeks because I can't breathe. And then that's when I realized that she was actually worried about the coronavirus. She wasn't really worried about the margarine. She said, well, you ought not be spreading coronavirus around. People should learn to stay at home. It's not so much about you catching the virus, it's about you spreading the virus. And so I don't know if she thought that I had coronavirus or something. I don't know. But really, she was just upset and nervous and worried, and she was going to take it out on me because I was the first person that talked to her. People are really upset right now, and it's causing them to, take it out on other people and be upset and say harsh things to others. And so let's take some time to just get our head on straight, take a deep breath, and remember, let's bring ourselves back to the place where we were before the coronavirus started spreading around. Let's remember, things that we used to like and things that we, used to want to do and things that we used to plan, because it seems like people are stopping in their tracks. So if it helps, get to know the facts about the coronavirus. I know this is a worrisome time, but let's take some time to meditate, read our Bible, pray, take a bubble bath, and just kind of get our head on straight so that we can relax. Don't panic, because panic is making you, take your agitation out on other people. I understand that we are not in control of the coronavirus. We can't, stop it. It's going to run its course. And so we're feeling like we're out of control. And the only thing we can control right now is our own behavior. So be careful how you use your behavior towards other people. It is really debilitating. It'll stop you in your tracks. And so, when you're scared, you don't know what your next move should be, and so you just look around and you see what all the other scared people are doing, and you just follow suit, and you do what, the other scared people are doing, who also doesn't really know what to do. So it's really like the scared leading the scared, which is really dangerous, because scared people make unreasonable choices. So be very careful of the choices you make, and be very careful of the way you treat other people during this, coronavirus scare. And let's just start focusing on God. God is still God no matter what is going on in our lives. And He is still all powerful and mighty. And He will protect you from the coronavirus if you ask Him to. And if you get the coronavirus and you ask Him to cure you, I believe He will. I do. And I also believe that if we all came together, or if we just all said a prayer together, I know that we can't all get in one location right now, but if we just prayed and talked to God about this, He would start working it out. We could see His work already. I mean, look at how many people have recovered from the coronavirus without treatment. And I know there's a lot of families out there who have been affected by the coronavirus in a horrible way, and they're grieving and they're suffering right now because they've lost someone that they love to the coronavirus. So let's pray for them. Let's pray, that they are strong during this time of grieving, and that God gives them peace during this time of suffering, and help them to feel that holy presence, when they're hurting in a way that can't be explained with words. So this is a hard time for some people, but I also see God's work in a lot of people. So let's focus on that. Let's focus on God. I went for a ride the other day with my kids, and the sky was gray all over. It had been rainy for a while, and there was only one small blue patch in the sky. Just a little bit of blue sky up there, and everything else was covered in gray. And so that scene, I actually recorded it, but it got deleted, so I can't share it with you. But it reminded me that that clear blue sky is always back there. But sometimes it gets covered up by all those clouds, and you can't see that blue sky. It's still back there. You just don't have a clear view of it. Well, it's the same way with God. God is still there. He is still right with us, and He is still powerful and mighty, and He is still good. But right now, we have a muddled up vision of Him because we're, suffering through this fear of the coronavirus, and it's being called a pandemic, and nations are closing down and not allowing their citizens to leave the country or travel or go to restaurants. And it kind of feels like, it's never going to go back to the original way. But that's why it's more important now. Well, it's always important to pray, but it is very important now to pray and pray and pray. And even more importantly, trust God. Pray and trust God and allow Him to use us in a, positive way during this time. I don't know if I was any help. I don't know if I just rambled on, but hopefully this is going to help somebody. Don't let your fear freeze you up. Allow God to use you during this time. Bye, guys.